mom says she knows exactly where she can go.
Four races to go in Monday Night Madness, powered by Malcolm's Mills, mill writing in the fall, and the word of the day is stunning. Last week in the Renegades, a three-wide finish for the ages between Lane Snook, Kyle Moonen, and a surprise Stephen Goldner stunned the crowd by taking the win in one of the craziest finishes in Coast-to-Coast Racing League history. And the Rebels, Jerry McCarron had the win in the bag. Then down the back chute, his fuel tank ran out of gas, and Jack Clevenger stunned the field and finally got his first win in the Rebels. But first we begin, as always, with the Raiders. While it wasn't stunning last week, Sean Bowers edged out Austin Stern and has closed the gap down to 23 points. It's week 9 of the Cool Ray Coast2Coast Racing League Outlaws for the fall 21 season, and tonight we are at Lima Land Motorsports Park. The quarter mile of thunder that is not to be denied, one of the most exciting tracks in all of iRacing on the dirt. Welcome to the SBGC 3D Printing pre-race show at the virtual Lima Land Motorsports Park for tonight's live coverage of the Coast-to-Coast Racing League. Tonight's race is just one of 17 league divisions that compete during the week, and we're happy you've joined us for tonight's program. SPGC has been involved in 3D printing since 2016. They're committed to making this cutting-edge technology accessible for anyone who has an idea that needs to be manufactured. Using the 3D CAD program, they'll work with you to create your invention or a creative project. Good evening, friends. Marty Sakala here with you. So glad you could join us for tonight's coverage of Monday Night Madness. Well, last week we saw some craziness go down at the linear Raceplex. 2 last lap passes and 1 close points battle happening. That close points battle, I don't know if you could say close is the magic word, but it seems close to me in the battle in the points lead. Sean Bowers last week taking home the win in the Raiders, holding off Austin Stern. And it's definitely closed the points lead down just a tiny bit, just a smidge. It is now at 23 points on the year. Sean Bowers taking his second win of the season. His first win was at Kokomo. Austin Stern, though, meanwhile, hasn't won in the Raiders in a couple of weeks. Last time he won, week 2 at the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. And speaking of the points, why don't we bring you our point standings? Division standings, as always, are brought to you by iRacing League Manager. If you run or manage an iRacing League, let iRacing League Manager make it easier for you. Go to iRacingLeagueManager.com for more information. Well, like we mentioned, Austin Stern has the lead by 23 on Sean Bowers. It's 543 to 520 points. Then Jack Hitt is third in the standings. He's got 433. Daniel Blau is fourth in points. He's got 423. Brian Dickens is fifth with 414 and fifth. Sixth, Jeff Flaro with 351. Seventh, David Lester with 320. Eighth is Chris Schaefer with 308. Ninth is Chris Forsyth with 301. And 10th is Gabe Blau with 299. Good battle with him for 10th. John Rayner in 11th with 298 points. Hard-fought battle between the top two. They've raced each other clean all season long so far. Let's break down the Lima Land Motorsports Park. They call it the quarter mile of thunder. Even though the official length on iRacing is 0.3 of a mile, pit road speed 30 miles an hour, and it is seating 5,000 virtual fans. Based out of Northwestern Ohio, I mean, of course, they call it the University of Northwestern Ohio for a reason. The banking, extremely high, 16 degrees in the turns, one of the highest bankings you see in iRacing, so you can compare it to a mini version of the Fulton Speedway, as well as 8 degrees on the straights. This 3/10 mile gives thrill and speeds like no other short track dirt oval, with the fans coming from all over the area to watch the drivers put on a spectacular show. It's still known today as Ohio's, quarter mile of thunder. So as of right now, for our entry list, we have a total of 12 entries at the moment. That's actually half of a full field, so this is very interesting on the turnout of attendance tonight for the Coast to Coast Racing League. Well, we've got a couple of moments left before we do begin our first qualifying session of the night with the time trials. While we're at it, let's let you know that if you are looking for other racers that enjoy racing without all the drama and name calling of normal iRacing, come out and join the Cool Ray Coast to Coast iRacing League. We have 16 divisions that race 7 days a week and currently broadcast 9 of them. Members know that they are a part of something bigger than just the on-track experience. Go to www.c2crl.com and click on apply to join in on the action. The cars are virtual, the racing is real. For those that are new to the Coast to Coast Racing League presented by Cool Ray, here is how a version of Monday Night Madness works. We begin the night with a 10-minute practice session, then have a 3-minute qualifying session, and then we'll go right to heats. They are about 3 to 5 heats, each 8 laps. The top 4 before we begin the heats will be inverted. The top 4 will then transfer to the feature from each race. We will then go to a B main, which is extra practice for those outside the top 4, regardless of if there are 24 or under in entries. That is 10 laps. The top 4 to 12 will transfer into the A main. We'll then have our 5-minute warm-up, and then we have the feature. 20 laps for the Raiders, 25 for the Rebels, and 30 for the Renegades. No black flags clear, no waiver rounds, 1 quick repair caution laps do not count unless we are on lap 1 of the feature, and also 2 green-white checkers if necessary. Of course, Monday Night Madness is a league that as you progress throughout the Monday Night Madness with the Outlaws, your status moves up. So the C division is pretty much the beginning division for those that are interested in racing with the Outlaws. You have to be under a certain IL status and be in the top 10 of a race in order to move up to the next level. So for C division, you have to make sure your IL is under 250. If you want to move up to the B division, your IL must be under that 250 status. And then we go to the Rebels, which is at a 225, which is where you have to be for your IL to be under in that 225 range. Top 10 in that, as long as their IL is under 200, we'll move up to the Renegades, which is the best of the best. Man, we had some crazy racing last week at the Linear Race Blocks. Probably plotting the best racing we had all season long, and we hope we get to see that once again. Checkers are out for the practice session. Austin Stern is currently the quickest. He's got a 10.99. And no, that's not just for filing his taxes. That is how fast he is at the moment. Sean Bauer is second with an 11.06. Jeff Flaro is third. He's got an 11.08. Fourth is Chris Schaefer with an 11.13. And fifth is Joe Canellis with an 11.19. There you see the times at the moment on your screen. When qualifying does begin, qualifying is brought to you by our good friends at the Pitside Podcast. Join Preston Cranmer and Roger Craig on the Pitside Podcast each week as they discuss the latest news and developments on the Coast to Coast Racing League, as well as other iRacing news in and out, only on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Waiting to get things going here as we are just 11 past the hour. And we are set to go. So qualifying is about to take place. We'll show you the first driver that loads up onto the racing surface. And that first driver is Jack Hitt in the number 217. All your favorite drivers' times on the bottom of your screen. How they're doing in their consistent lap. And then all the times are on the top left. High side's going to be key here in the early parts of tonight. And then we could see drivers take a stab at using the bottom. Hitt's first lap off of turn number 4. Starts the times off with an 11.475. 11475 for Gentleman Jack Hitt. Hitt making his way off of turn number 4, improves. Does he? No, he does not. Let's go to Gary Taylor in the number 34. Currently third quickest as Rich Holland goes quick time and 11.15. Taylor trying to improve, and he does, up to third, 11.32. Let's go to Chris Schaefer off of turn 4 on lap number 2. Can he improve? Yes, he does. 11.1, 11,100. Let's go to Chris Forsyth in the number 225. He is in the purple in his first half of the lap. Quick time at an 11.059 for the number 225. We go to Jeff Flaro in the number 200. Flaro coming into the standings 6th. He does have one win from this season. That came at the virtual Williams Grove Speedway. Lap 1 on the board for Jeff Flaro. He is in the yellow and an 11.223, 11223. Second lap in the purple for Sector 2. And he does improve and an 11.171, but stays in position number 5. Charlie Bragg done with his lap and an 11.216. Now making his way out to the track, the number 03, second in points, Sean Bowers, coming off the win last week at Lanier. Bowers' first lap underway, could be a big contender for that quick time. Has to beat an 11.059, under a minute to go here in the first qualifying session. Bowers to the top, 11.023. Does have one more lap to go at the line. Lap 2 is slower, but how about an 11.023 for the driver of the number 03, Sean Bowers. He's just going to keep doing laps. I don't mind him doing that. So that will do it for qualifying. And ladies and gentlemen, he's got the quick time. We'll start 4th in heat number 1. And that is 5 bonus points for Sean Bowers. So without the drops, the gap cuts down to 18 points. So we are set to go for tonight's preliminary actions here. The first heat race of the night is brought to you by the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. The Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints celebrates over 37 years of exciting 360 sprint car action in the northeastern United States and Canada. Stars like Paulie Colagiovanni, Jason Barney, Chuck Haben, Matt Tanner, Billy Van Evergen, and many more come to a dirt track near you. For more info, log on to EmpireSuperSprints.com or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages. The Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, where the tradition of excitement guaranteed live on. Top 4 will transfer here tonight. And here is the starting lineup for round number 9. Gary Taylor and Jeff Flaro in row number 1. Row 2, Chris Schaefer and Sean Bowers. And row 3, it is Jack Hitt. As the field starts to roll off, while we're at it, as we get ready to go green flag racing, let us know where you were watching from and who you are rooting for tonight in the Raiders division. Last week, a Sean Bowers win over Austin Stern. Lead was cut down to 23, unofficially down to 18. Eight laps. Top 4 transfer. The winner of this heat is your pole sitter for tonight's 20-lap feature. Waiting for the green flag to come out. Here it is. We're racing. Nice start by Gary Taylor, but this is a track that has multiple grooves, and look at Jeff Flaro go. He's got the lead early off of turn number 4, and the battle for second is on. Chris Schaefer, Gary Taylor, Sean Bowers. Bowers diamonds 1 and 2, looking to the inside to take position number 3, and he's got that away from the number 34. So Bowers is up to 3rd. Gary Taylor is back in 4th. And for the lead, here comes Chris Schaefer. Tried to look inside on Jeff Flaro. Did not work at all. Bowers tries to close in on the number 23, and he's right there. Goes a different groove, goes top shelf as Schaefer took a peek down to the inside. Let's see if Bowers looks underneath. Yes, he does in the battle for P2. Schaefer got the wall. Bowers gets second at the line. Cross flags up halfway down here in Heat 1, and there's Schaefer in the wall. Stays back in third position. Unofficially, final transfer spot is the 34 of Gary Taylor. But everyone makes it in. 11:18 versus an 11:22. Best lap for Sean Bowers and the best lap of anyone in this heat. 2 laps to go. Who's starting on pole? Is it Jeff Flaro or is it Sean Bowers? White is out. We're underway on the last lap. Bowers is not out of it yet. Down the back chute. Final time. Bowers is taking a peek to the inside. Not going to work. Jeff Flaro takes Heat 1. Schaefer and Taylor join in on the transfers. And our final heat race of the night, brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series. Final heat race for the Raiders. The Northeast Premier Series showcasing the big block modified premier drivers. From Florida to Canada, the Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting dirt tracks in front of the biggest crowds. In the words of the voice Shane Andrews, they're the ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. They're the big block modified Super Dirt Car Series. And speaking of the Super Dirt Car Series, big congratulations to Matt Shepard on a historic historic 8th championship there. I don't know why I was thinking 4th for a moment, but 8 titles for Super Matt, getting it done. And a fun weekend at Charlotte as well for our buddy Dean Reynolds. 17-year-old Alex Jankowski with his first ever win in the Super Dirt Car Series. And Brett the Jet Hearn, the greatest of all time in big block modified racing, with another win and celebrating it every time like it's his last. And what a weekend down there in Charlotte. That's on the bucket list next season. The front row for heat number 2, Steve Maurer and Charlie Bragg. Row 2, Rich Holland and Chris Forsyth. Row 3 is John Rayner and Austin Stern. Stern electing not to qualify in this heat, wants to start from the rear. And the same goes for JR. Second heat race of the night about to take place. Maurer and Bragg, that's your front row. As we're ready to go green for heat race number 2, the lights are on. High side, the place to be once again. Charlie Bragg takes a peek up top on Steve Maurer. 12 degrees of banking, working for his liking, and Maurer gets it at the line. Bragg, nothing can be done about it yet, but Bragg just pinches the wall up there down the back straightaway. Chris Forsyth, Austin Stern, Rich Holland, good battle for third there. Stern trying to thread the needle. He can't do anything about it. They are pack racing off of 2. This time Bragg clears Maurer for the top spot. Here comes Forsyth off of turn 4, trying to use that high banking once again. Is he right on board with the 888? Oh, contact! That's Forsyth. They get together. Austin Stern tries to get a lane, and that doesn't work. Charlie Bragg opens up a gap. Winner of this heat starts in second position. Look at this wild racing for second spot, and this is just a heat race. 3 laps to go. Oh, there they go. Oh, they're all together. They're all together. And that puts Rayner into 4th position, and here's Stern. He takes second from Maurer. It's a 3-second lead, though, for Charlie Bragg on Austin Stern. And he's on the white flag. One more lap for Charlie Bragg. He'll start in second for tonight's feature. Bragg takes the checkers, followed by Austin Stern, Steve Maurer, and John Rayner. Forsyth and Holland will be going to the B main, and we'll have 4 drivers set for this B main tonight for our good old Raiders division. And the B main is brought to you by Chip Bangers Racing, an official team of the Coast2Coast Racing League. Here's how they line up for that B main. It's Jack Hitt, Chris Forsyth, Joe Canellis, and Rich Holland. So technically there may be only 3 drivers. in this. Nathan Aldrich isn't eligible, and I don't think Joe Canellis is either. So are we about to see a one-on-one duel here?
Me.
We're going to pop on the radios here. So we've got a 3-man duel that's about to take place. We're going to pop on the radios. 4-man duel, excuse me.
All right, called for 5. We have 4. All of you go directly to the A main. Here's a chance to improve your safety rating. Leader, you will fire on green. Everyone else will fire on the car in front of them. No passing before the start-finish line. Let's have a clean 10 liners.
I don't think we've ever had the radio on for the Coast to Coast Racing League, so this will be a lot of fun to see what this is like. Again, this will determine positions 9 through 12. Crowds filing in here at the Lima Land Motorsports Park for a great night of Coast to Coast Racing League action. Austin Stern is in the chat saying his computer froze. That's why I had to start from the back as we are on the green. I would expect all these drivers to just not race against each other. You see Jack Head already dropping to the rear. Staying back in that 3rd position, doesn't want to take any risk grabbing that wall. Early on, you see everyone using that high side as the advantage here. Forsyth leads on Rich Holland. And then it's Jack Head and then Joe Canellis. That's your top 4 at the moment. Let's ride on board with Jack Head in a lap around Lima Land. Just over 100 miles an hour. Oh man, they nearly touch. Holland and Head in the battle for 2nd position. It's still trying that bottom, just testing it out for the feature tonight, but not getting really anything. Now Hit could be a contender, maybe even Forsyth too, for your hard charger tonight. Oh man, wicked slider from Hit that did not work out at all. White flag is out, final lap of the B main for Chris Forsyth. It's a pretty cool top wing he's got on his number 225 machine. Off of turn 4, he's your B main winner. So the first heat race...
3 minutes warm-up, 3 minutes for warm-up.
So the first heat race is in the books. First preliminary action, I should say, in the books for the Raiders. We'll take a break here. And when we come back, we will have our first feature of the night. So stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
10,000 RPM.
Welcome back to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Warm-ups are complete. Austin Stern is the quickest at an 11.03. Well, here we go, folks. Time for our first feature of the evening. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup. On the front row, it is Jeff Flaro and Charlie Bragg. In row 2, Sean Bowers and Austin Stern. Row 3, Chris Schaefer and Steve Maurer. Row 4, Gary Taylor and John Rayner. Row 5, Chris Forsyth and Rich Holland. And in 11th and 12th is Jack Hitt and Joe Canellis. First feature about to take place. Ready for our first feature of the night. Pace truck is about to go into pit road. It's time for the Dylan Westbrook Racing. Light 'em up. Here we go. Let 'em roar. First feature of the night is green. Wicked hard racing for the race lead. Sean Bowers, major slide job on Jeff Flaro. He's got it, and Flaro goes back to second. Under yellow. First caution of the evening.
Truck, turn 3.
I think it involves this man here and Jack Hitt. But it's a good race to start the night. Yep, there is Hitt up in the tires. Ooh, this may have happened in front of him. Maybe Holland potentially. We heard a wall clip. Yep, this is it right here. Into the 302. And puts Holland up on his side. It keeps it back going. That's very impressive. So we should be going back under the green flag. For those wondering how the field looks, it's Sean Bowers in the lead. Jeff Flaro second. Chris Schaefer is third. Charlie Bragg is fourth. Austin Stern is currently running in the 5th position. Look how high Bowers was using the banking as we're back to green. Chris Schaefer trying the inside for second position. Does not work. Look at Flaro and Bowers on that baking. It's like you're at Bristol on the extreme outside of Bristol as Flaro rides the wall for just a moment. Here comes Schaefer and Austin Stern. Austin Stern just ran the quickest lap. We are back to yellow though, so hold that thought there for just a moment. Oh, and it involves Chris Forsyth. One of the fastest cars here, and Forsyth is in trouble. Look at our replay brought to you by Malcolm's. There's a touch there with Maurer up on his side. Like what he's trying to do. We'll try and put it back on all 4 wheels, but unfortunately that will not work, and we'll put an end to Forsyth tonight. Back to green. These yellows, by the way, go by very quick with how much time you go by around Limelag. About a 10-second lap here on a 360 sprint. For third position, Austin Stern all over Chris Schaefer. Easy move up to the outside. Schaefer tried to cut him off, but he could not. Stern had all the momentum off of turn 2, this time off of turn 4. He's up to third, and his eyes are set on Jaflaro for second. Sends it on the inside, tries to slide job off of turn 4. That doesn't work. Stern holds control of third position. Flaro stays in second. Remember the gap coming into the A main tonight. 18 points for Austin Stern on Sean Bowers. Another big slide job for Austin Stern. Contact with Flaro! Oh my goodness, how did Flaro save it? Only cost himself 2 positions from that. It's about to be a mega wreck taking place there. But Stern's up to second and trying to hunt down Sean Bowers for the race lead. Down to 1.9 seconds though. So for Sean Bowers, he does not want a yellow flag to come out. Let's go about midfield here. Good battle. Charlie Bragg and Jack Hitt for position number 6. Remember, Bragg won heat race number 2 earlier on in the night. Near contact with Jack Hitt as he tries on John Rayner for P5. Bragg trying everything as this track is starting to slicken up here. Gentleman Jack up on the outside. Currently your hard charger of the race, up 4 spots, tied with Joe Canellis. Would love to get more of it. Oh, and he's getting more of it by Charlie Bragg. He's up to 6th. And now trying out that 302 of Rayner. That's for P5. And he's got it. There you see your leader, Sean Bowers, his 5 laps to go. Austin Stern just about a straightaway back, 2 seconds behind. Sean Bowers, he'll likely need a caution if he wants to get back in the hunt. Ahead, though, Rich Holland and Steve Maurer in a good battle for 10th. Let's just let the faster traffic go by in this good battle. Jack Hitt, though, and John Rayner may have a good battle happening in just a moment with 3 laps to go, coming to 2 at the line. There's Bowers there, 2-second lead, only 2 or 3 yellows that we have needed so far tonight. Dominant performance by Sean Bowers. He has pretty much led every single lap in the going. Here's the white flag, 1 lap to go for Sean Bowers. Would be his 3rd win of the season, and back-to-back victories would close down in the points on Austin Stern. Sean Bowers wins at Limeland. Austin Stern finishes 2nd, and in 3rd is Chris Schaefer. So 3 wins for the number 03 and Sean Bowers. The gap is, well, if I were to think of it, would be just down to 15 points over Austin Stern. And I tell you something, for Bowers, if it were not for a 20th place finish at Williams Grove, we would probably be talking about something completely different. So Bowers, Stern, and Schaefer, your top 3 as they pose for a photo. And we've got Austin Stern here. We are just waiting for Chris Schaefer and Sean Bowers, then we can begin the proceedings. Good first race here tonight. And we've got Chris Schaefer and our 3rd place finisher. Chris, just walk us through your race. I know you were one of the quiet ones in the going, but just walk us through it. Oops. I may need to be in the Discord to get this set up first off. Chris finishes in 3rd position. Chris, just walk us through your race.
Yeah, track was nice, and it started to slick up, and Austin and Jeff got into it, kind of helped me out a little bit. Once I got past Jeff there, it kind of leveled out, and Austin walked away. And of course, you know, Sean's just really fast, no matter where we're at.
Absolutely. We got a couple more weeks left to go here in the fall season. Just what are you expecting here in these final few races?
Uh, Man, I'm just trying to get more consistent. I started the season out rough with the IL, and I've missed a few races, and so just want to be more consistent and try to finish on the podium more often.
Who do you want to give shout outs to tonight?
I got to thank my teammates over at Black Bullet Racing. It's a new team that we formed over last few weeks, and then Gasman Setups, the Boy Welding for sponsoring us. C2C for putting on the league, and you guys for broadcasting. And I think that's it, except for maybe the girlfriend for allowing me to do this on Mondays.
All right, Chris, we'll let you go. Nice run tonight.
Thank you, guys.
So Chris Schaefer comes home in the third position. Let's talk with our second place finisher, Austin Stern. Austin, I gotta ask, was it likely a late race caution that you were gonna need if you were gonna get up to Sean Bowers?
Definitely, especially since the past couple of weeks we've been racing on one-lane tracks. It's hard to pass. It's hard to make moves. Lap cars, they kind of got annoying tonight. They moved out of the way for Sean, but I had two pull up right in front of me, and I only had 2 contact points left. But that's racing, I guess. I got caught behind slow guys tonight, and I just couldn't get around them on a one-lane track, and it's just frustrating a little bit.
Absolutely, definitely understand. Crazy heat race as well. It was like a 4-car battle for second early on when the track was tacky.
Yeah, that's another thing. We start on 0% for qualifying, and thankfully this is one of the best. This is one of the better tracks for a tacky track like that. Usually, just kind of just follow the leader and hope someone makes a mistake. But my computer froze for qualifying, so I didn't get to qualify. So that started the night off great, and then I got caught in that whatever the heck that was, and then they tried to wreck each other, but thankfully I just got through, and I feel like if I was able to qualify tonight, I think I'd be one spot better.
Will we be seeing you in the Rebels in a couple minutes?
No, unfortunately not.
All right, who do you want to give shout outs to tonight?
I gotta thank everybody at LGR Motorsports that makes this team run. Alex Bergeron for the setups. They're the best setup shop out there currently. The One Wish Foundation, the Red Line Race Designs, Wraps and Stitches, Finish Line Repair, and CD Cinematography for the best pictures in the game.
All right, sounds good. Austin, we will let you go. Nice job tonight. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep, have a good one.
You too. So Austin Stern is our second place finisher. Let's get that cleared out of the way. There we go. And it is time to now go to Cool Ray Victory Lane to talk with our race winner. Third win of the season and back-to-back wins. Sean Bowers, right when you got the lead from the get-go, you were pretty much gone.
Yeah, at the beginning there, I just kind of stuck it to the bottom and hoped for the best, and luckily it came out in front of the pack.
Was it just earlier on in your heat race, just trying to get the pole as quick as possible? Because once you get the pole, because I think Austin was telling me about it's a one-lane track. You wanna make sure you're in the lead at every point in the race.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, it is a one-lane track. The track never wore off enough to where it would become, a couple grooves there. But yeah, once I got the lead, definitely I had a good advantage. I know he got caught up in some lap traffic, and thankfully, I didn't have to deal with that.
Absolutely. So now you're closing in on the points, and I think it's going to be a close battle here once we get the drops in effect. Once you and Stern use your 2 drops, would you agree with that?
Yes, sir. I think I've had a couple pretty bad runs, worse than Austin. So I got to work extra hard to to make it close.
Yeah, like we don't know what the points are going to really look like until your 2 drops, which I would assume would be your worst finishes, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. But my two worst finishes, I think I've had a couple, three finishes like below 15th. So I got some work to do, and we're just trying to get it done while he's doing consistent.
Will we be seeing you in the next race?
I may try to make that race tonight. I didn't make it last week, but I might try to make it tonight.
All right, sounds good. Who you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
I got to give a shout out to all the guys over there at the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, ABR Setup Shop, Mazin's Transport, 2-1 Designs,
Alrighty. We'll let you go then, Sean. Nice job tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Thank you.
Sean Bowers takes the win. 3rd win of the year for Mr. Bowers. And let's give you your official results. We pretty much only need to not even scroll down on this in this situation. Bowers, Stern, Schaefer, Flaro, Hitt, Rayner, Canellis, Bragg, Holland, Maurer, Taylor, Forsyth, your top 12. Forgot to mention as well, all restarts in the features tonight are brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. We didn't get to them in time due to how quick you go around Lima Land Motorsports Park. So we will pause here. We're going to go to another commercial break. When we come back, we will have pre-race ceremonies for the Rebels tonight. So stay with us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Cool Ray has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Cool Ray lifetime parts and labor warranty at coolray.com. Cool Ray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Couple of things I forgot to mention earlier here. Victory Lane was brought to you by Cool Ray Heat and Air Conditioning. Cool Ray's goal is to make sure that Ray's tradition of 100% customer satisfaction lives on today. Cool is proud of their reputation of providing excellent service to homeowners and businesses in Georgia. Their mission is to continue to build long-lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Cool, an official partner of the World Series champions, the Atlanta Braves. Our Hard Charger Award for tonight, brought to you by A&J Custom Creations. The Hard Charger Award winner in the Raiders division was Jack Hitt. Started in 11th and finished in 5th. Specialized in laser engraving and CNC machining, A&J puts their craftsmanship to work in every wood trophy and plaque they produce. A&J provides trophies and plaques to all of Coast2Coast Racing League Division champions. Contact Andy Patton to order your custom creation today. Ladies and gentlemen, as we officially have a quiet track, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please rise if able and remove your headwear for the playing of the Canadian and U.S. national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. If you have just joined us, we are getting set to go for our Coast2Coast Racing League B Division Rebels. And the B Division Rebels are brought to you by the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. Marty Sakala here with you on the call as always for the Coast2Coast Racing League. And we're going to get you set immediately here. And by getting you set, I mean giving you our standings coming on in that are brought to you by our good friends at iRacing League Manager. Point standings coming in. It continues to be Nicholas Fickray, a dominant Nicholas Fickray with 530 points on the year. Fickray with one win on the season coming to the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. And then right behind him is Kevin Fry, second in points. And he's got a couple of wins this season, two at Kokomo and Cedar Lake. Just imagine what's going to happen when those two have to drop their 2 races. That's going to get interesting. Joe Back is 3rd in points. He's got 437. Lance Ripka is 4th with 434 points. Brandon Templeton is 5th with 410 points. Jack Clevenger, last week's winner. Crazy style for him to win it with 393 points. 7th, Matt Ramsey with 381 points. Brandon Dittmer is 8th with 376. Nicholas Shaw is 9th with 362. And Mike Cranmer is 10th in points with 343 points. Feature 25 laps for the Rebels as always. While we are at a couple of things that you need to know, come out and join us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to catch all of the Coast to Coast Racing League action. Just over 140 subscribers. Of course, outside of Monday Night Madness, we bring you Hometown Heroes at Eldora Speedway with Joe White from OSRN. That's a part of Welcome Home Wednesdays. Joe returns for Thursday Night Thunder featuring the Dirt Modifieds and Pro Late Models at 9 p.m. That is always a fun one. Bob D. Good, hello Bob in chat. Say it looks like a nice day for some racing at Limaland. That it is for sure, Bob. So looking at this, we have got just about 14 on the entry list from what we have at the moment. New rule, by the way, coming into the week. The B and A divisions will begin their qualifying sessions right on the top of the hour. The C division always begins at 8:10. Couple of things we'll mention here before we get going for tonight. Our replays brought to you by Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting, based in Oakland, Ontario, Canada. Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting is a full-service millwrighting contractor featuring custom welding, fabricating, and servicing industrial clients. Check them out online at mmmillwrighting.com or on Facebook. Our restarts tonight are brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. Icon Sim Sports aims to bring the sim racing community a one-of-a-kind fixed chassis experience like no other, while exemplifying extraordinary customer service to his patrons. Imagine having a sim racing chassis built specifically for you, a custom chassis engineered to accommodate you and your needs while replicating the look, feel, and design of a real race car. Check them out online at www.iconsimsports.com. Our starts for tonight are brought to you by Dylan Westbrook Racing. Get hats, shirts, and more from fourth-time Oswego Speedway champion and current ASCS Rookie of the Year, the number 47X of Dylan Westbrook, and the Coast to Coast Speed Shop around the Coast to Coast website at c2crl.com. So let's take this opportunity to take a look and see how your favorite drivers are currently running in practice at the moment. Brennan Lacey on the top of the charts with a 10.833. It's been a while since we've seen Brennan Lacey. You know, this past week or so has been like a throwback week in return or something. And we are seeing it once again. For the B division, with Brennan Lacey making his return to the Coast to Coast Racing League. As you see, 14 drivers have taken time on your screen. We've got about 16 drivers that will be racing with us tonight. Again, we are watching Nicholas Fickrey and Kevin Fry. In fact, Kevin Fry is not joined yet. Neither has Nicholas Vic Ray. The highest in points that has joined us so far is Joe Backus, who is currently 12th at the moment. By the way, friends, let us know where you were watching from at our chat on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and who you were rooting for. Share the video, by the way, with your friends, with your family, anyone you know that is big into racing. Just about a minute out from qualifying as we'll watch Brennan Lacey's perspective. It's really tough to wheel one of those sprint cars when you've got the rubber underneath you when it gets really slick. Lap times drivers are likely going to be running as it gets crazier throughout the day. So practice is complete. Time for qualifying, brought to you by our friends at the Pitside Podcast, where you can check out every Sunday on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Each week, I should say, to be specific. So waiting for our first driver to come out onto the track. That's going to be Brandon Dittmer here in car number 83. High side again going to be key here in this qualifying session, as well as trying to not tap the wall like that. If you tap the wall, then bad things are going to happen, just like what you saw right there. Waiting for our first driver to complete a lap. That's Joe Halter. 11.096 for Halter. Rich Holland second, and many more times start to creep in. Here's Halter off of turn 4, trying to see if he improves his lap. He does in 11.05. Looking for anyone that can hit the purple range. Brennan Lacey to the top. 10.86. That is 0.2 quicker than anyone else. My goodness, son. Many times they're going up on the books. Let's go to Joe Backus in car number 46. Backus again third in points coming in, and no sign of the top two either entering, unless they are just going to do the Renegades race. Kussler up to 6th. Atkinson goes second quickest at a 10.98. Does he have enough of what it takes to get to a 10.86? No, he cannot, but Corey Kussler, 1,000th of a second quicker. One more guy we are watching, that is Kyle Gollner in the number 97. So for those wondering, by the way, Nicholas Vic Ray under a 209 IL. Kevin Fry, I think he can move up to the Renegades under a 200 at a 144 IL. Kyle Gollner qualifies 6th in an 11.094. So that should do it for qualifying. Everyone has qualified, and ladies and gentlemen, with a quick time of a 10.861, making his return in the number 414. A round of applause for Brennan Lacey. Brennan Lacey will start 4th in heat race number 1 tonight. We'll likely have 2 heat races again, just like we did for the Raiders, this time for the Rebels. Don't forget qualifying again, brought to you by the Pitside Podcast. Join Preston Cranmer and Roger Craig each week as they discuss the latest news and developments in the Coast to Coast Racing League, as well as other racing news in and out of iRacing. Checkers are officially out on qualifying, and we are set to go for our first heat race of the Rebels. And Heat Race 1 brought to you by the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, our title sponsor for the Rebels. The Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprint celebrating over 37 years of exciting 360 sprint car action in the northeastern United States and Canada. Stars like Paulie Colagiovanni, Jason Barney, Chuck Habing, Matt Tanner, Billy Van Imogen, and many more come to a dirt track near you. For more info, log on to EmpireSuperSprints.com or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages. Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, where the tradition of excitement guaranteed. Live on. Your starting lineup for Heat Race number 1 looks like this. Brandon Dittmer and Rich Holland are on the front row. Row 2 is Jesse Atkinson and Brennan Lacey. Row 3, Charlie Bragg and Joe Backus. And row 4, Jack Clevenger and Jeffrey Kemper. So Jack Clevenger, last week's winner, starting from the rear. You see that dark blue 78 making his way up to merge with the grid. So again, 8 laps here for the heat races. Top 4 already inverted for the starting lineup, and then the top 4 will be transferred directly to the feature. Whoever finishes in first in this heat will start on the pole for tonight's 25-lap main event with the Rebels. All we just need is the flag man to drop the green flag. And we're racing. Dittmer, a good start, clears Rich Holland immediately, jumps up to the high side off of turn 2, gets that momentum. Nearly 3 wide off of turn 2 for P2. And we got a crash. Jack Clevenger, last week's winner, up on his side. Can he get that towed? Yes, he can. For the lead, Brendan Lacey takes a peek underneath on Brandon Dittmer. That low side can work as well when this track is tacky early on. When the track gets slick, it doesn't really work that well. Trying anything that he can handle to get that race lead from Brandon Dittmer. Jesse Atkinson a part of the battle as well. He's currently in third. 3 laps in the books. Lacey still trying that inside. He was just a tenth slower compared to Brandon Dittmer. Trying again on the inside. Doesn't work. Good battle for 4th position between Rich Holland and Joe Backus. And Backus takes that. Lacey tried to slide up. He could not. Lacey's still trying. They're like side by side at the start-finish line every single time. Lacey's still trying the bottom. Jeffrey Kemper has crashed in the number 181. Lacey's still trying. 3 cars under a blanket battling for pole position tonight with 2 laps to go. What can Lacey do? He's still up on that outside with Brandon Dittmer. White is out. 1 lap to go in heat race number 1. Oh, Lacey's in the wall. That's going to do it. Tries the inside for a final time, but he's not going to get there. Brandon Dittmer is on the pole for tonight's feature. Brennan Lacey and Jesse Atkinson, the top 3, and Joe Backus rounds out the transfers. Heat race number 2 brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, the Northeast Premier Series, showcasing the big block modified premier drivers. From Florida to Canada, the Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting dirt tracks in front of the biggest crowds. In the words of the voice Shane Andrews, they're the ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. They're the Super Dirt Car Series. So here's how we line things up. Matt Ramsey and Kyle Goldner in row number 1. Row 2, Joe Halter and Corey Kussler. Row 3, Rory Collins and Mike Cranmer. And row 4 is Nicholas Schell and Brandon Templeton. 1 lap to go until we go green flag racing for heat race number 2. Ready for the green. Winner starts in 2nd spot in tonight's 25-lap feature, and we're underway. Matt Ramsey immediately clears Kyle Goldner. He wants the top side. He's going to get it. And now Joe Halter, Kyle Goldner, Duke at it for P2. Look at the run by Kyle Goldner. Goes half a groove higher compared to Matt Ramsey. They were 3 wide across the line. Trying the inside is Kussler in the 126, but can't find anything to get there. Kyle Goldner off of turn 4, all over that number 45. Top 4, 1 through 4, nose to tail at the moment. And Goldner is all over Matt Ramsey. What can he try and do? He's got one next to him. And that is, look at that. Kussler wants the lead. Clears. What a move by Corey Kussler. Just had an 11.25, and he's got the low groove working, and he's pulling away big time. Alter and Ramsey nearly get together. Kyle Goldner, the last one in, but about to be passed by Rory Collins. A humongous battle for second position, and Collins gets by on the outside barely, and he's going all the way up to the top shelf on those chocolate chips to try and take fourth position. He cannot. Remember, this is first spot. Oh, there goes Shell. Nicholas Shell goes around. Kyle Goldner looking good for fourth position. The white is out. 1 lap to go. Joe Halter trying to close in on Corey Kussler. Here they come off of turn 4. Kussler getting the rubber part down in on the low groove as he starts in second spot tonight. Kyle Goldner edging off Rory Collins for the final direct transfer. Again, everyone will make it in tonight as we get set to go for the B main. Brought to you by Chip Bangers Racing. 8 drivers will compete in the B main. And this will give us a roster of 16 taking the green tonight. Rich Holland and Rory Collins is row number 1. Charlie Bragg and Brandon Templeton in row 2. Row 3, Jeff Kemper and Mike Cranmer. And row 4, Jack Clevenger and Nicholas Shell. Field just about set to roll off. One lap to green. Again, just for fun, 10 laps, chance to improve your IL here in the Coast to Coast Racing League. Ready to take the green flag. And we're underway. Contact immediately, and Rory Collins goes upside down. Rich Holland wanted the top groove immediately and did not clear Rory Collins. And Collins is not going to like that for sure. He is starting last in the feature tonight. Jack Clevenger up to 4th. Mike Cranmer looking for 5th on Jeffrey Kemper. And he's got that. The stripe just nipped him. Holland just ran the fastest lap of this heat at an 11.26. Earlier on, we saw now Holland goes to an 11.12. Earlier on tonight, we saw qualifying laps under 11 seconds, down in the 10-second range. I have a feeling that we will see a lot of that tonight with the Renegades. Let's go over and watch some more good action here. Everyone's single file, trying to get the top groove all slicking up. It will be before we take the green for 25 laps. Clevenger putting an attack on Charlie Bragg in the battle for 3rd position. All the way on the inside on the rubbered stuff. Oh, there's contact with Bragg. They trade some paint with their sneakers, and this opens the door for Mike Cranmer to try and take away the 4th spot. Staying side by side, Clevenger gets the momentum off of 2. Kemper got it as well, but was not able to get up to Mike Cranmer and take a spot there. Best racing here as we've got coming to the white flag here for the final lap in the B main. Rich Holland with the lead down the back chute. And we'll start from position number 9 tonight. Templeton 2nd, Charlie Bragg 3rd, Jack Clevenger 4th, and Cranmer, Shell, and Kemper. So preliminary reaction for the Rebels is complete. We've got our 3-minute warm-up, and we will step aside here. When we come back, it will be feature time for the Rebels. Stay with us right here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
10,000 RPM. She like the fur of a risen at 10,000 RPM. She got it all in the black burning streets like a rebel jail. My lovely lady, heart of a 5.0. Lighting it up, she don't care if she got nowhere to go. Slipping and a sliding, shucking and a jive. Revolution gonna bury my throne. Lean on your horizon, seduction goes around. On the crime of dinosaur bone. Hard to touch the road, always calls her name. Don't hang around much, your destination never stays the same. See the danger in her eyes, the stare is steady, deep, dark and cold. Blowing it up, she don't care if she got nowhere to go. Lighting it up, she don't care if she got nowhere to go. Shoving in a job and slipping with a slide. Revolution gonna bury my throne. On the crime of dinosaur bones. Slipping in a slide and shucking with a jive. Hollow mine to the tombstone. I have everything you need. I have all your desires. Hey! Dance me like a fool, give me all I need, yeah. With your tongue wrapped in fire. Don't stop for nothing. Ain't no telling her no. Get what she wants, and she knows exactly where she can go.
Warm-ups are just about complete as we're ready to go for 25 circuits around Lima Land. Kyle Gollner the quickest at an 11.09. Checkers are out, and we are ready to go. 16 drivers are about to do battle at the quarter mile of thunder. Here we go, fans. Your starting lineup at Lima Land. It's Brandon Dittmer and Corey Kussler. They are on the front row. Row 2, it's Brennan Lacey and Joe Halter. Row 3, Jesse Atkinson and Matt Ramsey. Row number 4, Joe Backus and Kyle Gollner. Row 5, Rich Holland and Brandon Templeton. Row 6, Charlie Bragg and Jack Clevenger. In row number 7, Mike Cranmer and Nicholas Shell. And row 8, Jeffrey Kemper and Rory Collins. We are ready to roll them off for 2 pace laps at Lima Land before we take the green. Here we go, 25 laps around Lima Land. Brandon Dittmer and Corey Kussler is the front row for tonight. The pace truck is in pit road. Time for the Dylan Westbrook Racing. Let 'em roar as we go green at Lima Land. What a move from Brennan Lacey from third to first. Look at the low line. Still tacky just a little bit, not rubbered up at all. And he's using that to his advantage. What a lead early on Brandon Dittmer. Oh, slow car already in the way. That's the Yeti car of Charlie Bragg. Getting in the leader's way, nearly caused a corruption there. In a battle for second, Brandon Dittmer. And he's in the wall. Kussler gets by. Now has to deal with Jesse X in a battle for that position. Meanwhile, they're nearly 4 wide off of turn number 4. It is a huge mess as Lacey continues to lead. Nearly 3 wide as we've got a slow car. I think that's Atkinson, the 127 as it is, using the low line. Oh my goodness! You wanted the best, well you got him 4 abreast at the start-finish line. This is insane racing. They are asking for a big one to take place. There's a car on the wall. That's Halter in the 22. And there it is. Halter is around and upside down. Clevenger, Atkinson, another one on its lid. I think that is... It is Clevenger. What a start to this race, though. Holy moly. Let's watch it again. This was, again, like we said, it was an accident that was waiting to happen for sure. Off of turn 2. Ooh, Halter loose on the exit of 2. Just had a lot of oversteer. You had Halter, Kyle Goldner, Jesse Atkinson, Jack Clevenger, so a 4-car wreck taking place. But I want to go to this before we go green. Watch Brennan Lacey. I don't know how he did that and got the race lead. But 1 lap to green flag. Brennan Lacey is the race leader. Here we go, Icon Sim Sports restart zone. Lacey checks out the hotel big time. Kussler is second. Look at Brandon Dittmer up on the lightning lane in 3rd position. Matt Ramsey 4th. Brandon Tubbleton all the way back in 5th position after the first yellow of the evening. Track is really starting to slicken up big time. You see Ramsey taking a peek on Dittmer for 3rd. Oh, Templeton! He's gone. And oh my goodness, how do you get that up on your side? Solo car spin in turn 4. You watched it live as it happened with Templeton. Clips the Tory tire. It tries to keep it, tries to put it down so we stay under the green flag. But the yellow came out, then he whipped it to the right. The car got light. It was just a simple weight shifting flip. And because of that, he is towed. So ready to go back into the Icon Sim Sports restart zone this time. It is Lacey, then Kussler, Dittmer, Ramsey, and Backus. That's your top 5 after our 2nd yellow of the race. 9 laps are complete. Oh man, Dittmer, I think put the rear tire in the wall there for just a moment. Look how high he's going. Can't get any closer than that. Same with Show in the 512, who was in that accident in his heat earlier tonight, who has already gained 9 spots from 14th to 5th. We're back to yellow. Technical difficulties, we apologize for that. And this is last week's winner, Jack Clevenger. Once again, as we go to the replay. Slide jobs Mike Cranmer. This is at the line, and then turn 1. Oh, Cranmer got into him. Oh, and it puts Charlie Bragg up on his side. And Clevenger, no front wing, and will likely not have one for the rest of the evening. Give you a better view here from Kemper's rear end. So we'll go back into the Icon Sim Sports restart zone again. Brendan Lacey leads. Corey Kussler is second. Brandon Dittmer third. Matt Ramsey is fourth. And Joe Backus is fifth. Why don't we ride on board here with Shell on this restart? Show you how rough this track is getting. It was a car loose in front of him. I think that was Ramsey. Yeah, look how high he's going up on that banking. It's just incredibly crazy. Oh my goodness, he's riding the wall and he takes himself out. There's a yellow, no caution. Oh my goodness, Shell's gonna be furious that a yellow does not come out for that. And Brendan Lacey slowed up because of Nicholas Shell, and this could close the gap for Corey Kussler. And he has decided to go down to the bottom of the track. Oh! Kussler and Dittmer made contact. Just got forced out of the way. 10 laps to go. Dittmer still trying to challenge Brendan Lacey. First time, really, we've seen the low groove as the dominant lane. Actually, let's say we've got some multi-groove racing happening for right now. You saw Rory Collins trying on Jesse Atkinson in the battle for 6th position. That doesn't work. Kussler and Dittmer still go to work. That's for that runner-up spot. Kussler back to second. 7 to go. Dittmer is riding third, fourth, Ramsey, fifth is Backus, and now we get a yellow. That's not for Backus, though. He clipped the wall. He keeps it straight. It is for the lone Canadian in the field, Kyle Gollner. And I think he went something head on or he flipped it. Malcolm's replay will tell us for sure. There is Mike Cranmer in the 70, and there's Jack Clevenger as well. A slide job for Kyle. Oh, man. Oh, man. That is a very odd flip for Kyle. That's crazy for sure for the 97. It will be a 6-lap shootout when we go to green. Brendan Lacey has led all 19 laps today. Can he continue to lead them all, or will Corey Kussler pull off a miracle? About to see what happens as we're back to green. And that Icon Sim Sports restart zone as Kussler rides the wall off of turn 2, continues to pound it. Here comes Dittmer in turns 3 and 4. The door is shut on his end. Kussler raced in week number 1 in Knoxville, then fell back to the Rebels as Kussler! It's a row with Matt Ramsey! He's up to, oh my goodness, Clevenger! Jack Clevenger just sent Corey Kussler into the Milky Way galaxy. This is the craziest race I may have ever seen out of the Rebels. Oh my goodness, Kussler feels disgusted. He was looking at a top 3 easily and is done. He's already there. You see him right there with Clevenger. You know what? We're going to have a little bit of fun here and just show you what happened here. Oh, Dittmer tried to pull a slide job and Kussler couldn't let off the gas. They touch wheels. Matt Ramsey does a sidey, but that's the crazy part of all of this, is the way Kussler just flips. We'll watch that again. after the race, but we've got 4 laps to go, and Brennan Lacey might have just had the dagger. Pulling away from Brandon Dittmer big time. Oh, trouble with Rory Collins. No yellow, though. We stay under the green flag. Be 2 to go this time by. And we're under yellow, and it's for Collins. Collins has stopped the car. First, what was that? There's contact with Backus. That's off of turn 2. A lot of net code there. Bangs into... What is that? Is that the electricity? He hit the tire. We may not have any electricity in the feet. And then he just stops up right in front of Lacey. That is just... That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. No offense to Rory Collins, but that was just wrong. So, 2-lap shootout. 9 attempts at the green-white checkered. Could be the final time of the Icon Sim Sports restart zone. Lacey, can he do it? Lead all 25. About to find out. Back to green. He's gone. Fires as early as he can. Denver! Oh! With Clevenger! And around he goes! Clevenger! Turn Denver! And there's Schaup on his side! What on earth is happening? The ILs are going up big time! And a lot of drivers are not showing any respect tonight. And this is sending us into overtime. He bicycles in 1 and 2, and Clevenger is just trying to keep the car straight and gets into him. Puts the 31 of Shell, or give me that, maybe Templeton up on his side. There are going to be a lot of EOL penalties and heats, features. That's for sure when the driver handout comes out next Monday. And speaking of next Monday, that we will be at, actually 2 weeks from now, excuse me, when we are at Eldora. Here we go. Overtime. First attempt to the green-white checkered. Lacey checks out from Atkinson. Atkinson's trying that outside. Joe Halter running in the 3rd position. 8 drivers on the lead lap. Here's the white flag. 1 lap to go for Brennan Lacey in his return. Using the inside line. Atkinson is trying to send it in, but it's not going to work off turn 4. Brennan Lacey, welcome back to the Coast2Coast Racing League. Wins it at Limaland. And we've got tempers flaring off of turn 4. I would assume those are tempers. But Brennan Lacey wins at Limaland, and he is back with the Rebels. So there are a lot of things that we want to take a look at here. First off, we promised we were going to watch this. And that was the Corey Cussler accident. Now watch his onboard. And we're going to go grader. Shows you the banking. Watch this. That was frightful for sure. All right.
Talk. I'm having some serious microphone issues, but
yeah, I'm right here.
Oh man, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Joe Halter, our 3rd place finisher. Joe, can you believe you finished 3rd after the craziness that went down?
No, That was absolutely insane, man. I think it was like lap 3 or 4, and I got pounded in the side, and I thought that was it. I thought we were all done.
I thought so too. That was I don't even know what to say about that race. Surprisingly as well, the low groove was actually the groove to go. I mean, I know earlier tonight when we had the Raiders, it was the high side that was the place to go.
Yeah, and Marty, I was running up high, and actually I was trying to repair my incident rating, so I decided to go down low and stay out of the way. And I think I was in 13th place when I went down there, and ended up in 3rd. So it seemed like it was a safe place to run. There was still some traction down there, so we made some hay on the bottom for sure. And I was just going down there to get out of the way.
Well, I think it worked out for you well, man. You finished in 3rd position, and you're going to have a will of a time improving your IL, that's for sure, to try and keep it under at a 225. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
So first of all, I'd like to thank Icon Sim Sports. Rob Neller at Icon put me in an awesome rig. Couldn't ask for better. And the Icon Dirt team, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, Kurt Schatzer, and Carson Nicholson. Some of the best dudes you'll ever be around. And they kind of keep me going. I'm the old guy of the bunch, but those guys are super good dudes. And you guys for putting on the broadcast. Always enjoy watching it. And, of course, Coast to Coast Racing League puts on a quality league.
By the way, it is your best finish in the Rebels this season.
Yeah, this is actually my first season in Rebels. First season in sprint cars. I got moved up from the Raiders. And, man, I really like sprint cars. So that's awesome, Marty. That's awesome to hear.
All righty. Joe, I'm going to let you go. Nice job tonight.
Thanks, Marty. Have a good night, brother.
You too. So Joe Halter, our 3rd place finisher. We're going to bring in our 2nd place finisher, and that is Jesse X. And Jesse, I'm going to ask the same first question I said to Joe. After all of what went down, can you believe it?
No. It has just been a lot of ups and downs this race. I started the feature in 5th and had that huge wreck, sent me to the back. And then I was just kind of looking out for different places to go, like different lines on the track. I finally found something. It was like right below the top on 3-4. I just started ripping that. It brought me to the front. And then just the wrecks they just kept happening in front of me. And soon enough, I was within the top 3. And I was like, I'm in contention to win this.
Did you think you had anything for Brendan Lacey or not really? Because he led every lap in that race.
Yeah, as soon as I got up to him, I was like, I think this is, my stopping point. But I'll settle for P2 after all the upsets I've had in the past few weeks. This is great to be back up in victory lane.
That is for sure. And just looking here real quick, just got to go back here and look at some stuff off of your end. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Well, I gotta shout out my big sponsor in the car tonight, 4Cloak Media. Go check him out, www.4cloak.net. He's an amazing guy. He does broadcasts, he does overlays, he does promotional videos, all of that, and just love what he does for us and our team. Gotta thank Pierce Graphics as well and Ager Esports and my family for all watching.
Alrighty, man. We will let you go. Nice run tonight.
Yep, thank you.
So Jesse Atkinson, our 2nd place finisher. And now we are going to bring in the returning man to Cool Ray Victory Lane. That is Brennan Lacey. Brennan, welcome back, man. I got a feeling in those final few laps, cautious breeding cautions, you were just thinking, darn it, what's it got to take for me to win this race?
Yeah, for sure. When you get a second lead out there, you have a good sizable lead, and you can run smooth, and then caution after caution happens, then you have to rethink it. And, I was having trouble mainly the first lap of a restart. I kept getting into the slick and carrying it too far into the corner, and it was messing me up, and I was just kind of holding on, trying to see what we could do with it, but in the end it paid off.
So what have you been up to, man? We have really missed you a lot these past few weeks.
Yeah, we kind of took a little bit of a break to get stuff focused in on college here. Got 1 year left, so we're trying to focus in on it, and now it's starting to get back towards the winter, and real racing's done with, so here we are. We're going to get back on here and see what we can do.
Well, I gotta ask you about the start as well. You went from third to first. Just walk me through what happened there. That was one of the best starts I've seen from anyone.
Yeah, I really love short tracks. I've always had a thing for racing short tracks in real life and here on the sim, and I just feel comfortable where I can put a car and I can put it in places that it works, and I can't thank the guys at Vanderbilt enough for having a setup that allows me to do that, and they can critique it to how I want to drive it and where I want to place the car, and it works like a dream every time. So when you have something that confident and you can place a car anywhere and it's going to stick like you want it to, is when we're able to pull moves off like that.
Will we be seeing you in the next race tonight or no?
I will be there.
Alrighty, sounds good. What are you expecting from that Renegade event?
I'm just going to try and go to it smooth, being back into it. I know they got tougher competition up there in the A division, and a couple teammates are in there, so I'm going to try and see if I can run up with them, because I know they're competitive every week. So we're going to go in there and see what we can do, and hopefully bring out maybe a top 3 for Vanderbilt tonight.
All right, who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Big thanks to Vanderbilt Race Cars. Those boys are fantastic for allowing me to be on this team and working with me to get better. Just got to thank Ross at Velocity Designs for making the cars look good for us, and you guys for the broadcast, Roger, and them for the league.
All righty, man. We will let you go. Nice job, and good luck in a couple minutes.
Thank you.
So Brennan Lacey takes the win in Cool Ray Victory Lane. Our A&J Custom Creations Hard Charger Award of the race. He started in 15th. A spot off from last, and he finished in the 5th position. That is Jeffrey Kemper. Great job from the 181 team. Give you our official results. Brennan Lacey with the win. Jesse Atkinson 2nd. Joe Halter 3rd. Rich Holland 4th. Jeff Kemper 5th. Mike Cranmer in 6th. Rory Collins in 7th. The only drivers to finish on the lead lap. And again, just an absolute crazy race. Bob DeGood says, nice driving, Joe. And Noah Walter says, Jesse Eggerson to P2. I thought for a moment that was my buddy Noah Walker for a moment, who races Sportsman's in Dirt Car Northeast for a moment. So, that will do it for our Rebels event. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna take you around a couple of laps here around Lima Land as we prepare for action tonight for the Renegades on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Stay with us.
Cool Ray has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Cool Ray lifetime parts and labor warranty at coolray.com. Cool Ray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Well, we are back, everyone, with the Coast to Coast Racing League, and here's something a little bit crazy. Our break took that long. That's our regular commercial breaks we have. It took that long, and our iRacing session's not loaded up yet because it usually opens up at 8:45, which is just around now. So we'll take another break before we get set up there. So I'll just take this opportunity to show you who I am. It's me, right here, Marty Sakala, with you, inside my sim rig, and yes, I am wearing a Kyle Larson shirt to celebrate the championship run. I mean, as a media guy, I'm not supposed to play favorites here in the Coast to Coast covering the sport, but to celebrate Larson's support, Larson's championship, 10 wins on the year. Absolutely incredible, that's for sure. So, Here's where I call the action from. I got my own racing chair. I drive as well. I got that with paddle shifters. Got wheel pedals. I got a second screen as well, which you can't see to the right of me. I got a stream deck controlling all the shots on the screen. So yeah, that's me pretty much. I mean, I may not seem like a regular guy to talk about, but if it's outside of something scheduled, I can go all in on stuff just for fun. So, with that said, our lobby should be loaded up. We're going to get this all set up here. And when we come back, actually, you know what? We'll stay with you here for right now and talk about what's coming up next week on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And next week, it is a big one. We've got our special charity events that are taking place. Our Knoxville Nationals charity race for disabled veterans around America and Canada. And why don't we load up the link and show you a lot more about it, actually, while we are at it. I gotta find the display capture first to do it. Okay. We got it right here. So unfortunately, what we have for you here is an ultra-wide monitor that shows you who I am, pretty much. So we'll get this loaded up here for you. Here we go, and we're going to put this full screen and show you what's coming up. It's our Knoxville Nationals charity event for disabled American veterans and Honor House of Canada. Open to anyone with an iRacing account. It is happening Saturday, November 13th through Tuesday, November 16th. 13th and the 14th are our qualifying nights. We've got our Hard Knocks on Monday, and then the 16th are the finals. I'll be broadcasting Saturday through Monday, and Tuesday will be the Knoxville Nationals Top 5 Get Payouts. It's a 4-day event using the Knoxville Nationals points. You have to donate first to these two charities before you can register for the event right here. It's open setup 360. Everything is happening at Knoxville. If you want to learn more about how the event's going on, make sure you check out our website. c2crl.com is the place to go. I'm definitely looking to broadcasting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I will not be on the broadcast Tuesday. I believe somebody else is doing that. I'm not sure who. So check out the Coast to Coast Racing League page for more info on that. So there's that. Just to tell you a little bit more on that. Again, everything happening November 13th to the 16th, and we're also doing veterans only races too. We've got a veterans race happening November 10th at Eldora, part of Hometown Heroes, which is actually Wednesday. And then during the Knoxville Nationals, before we have the finals, we've got a veterans only. We got another veterans only race on November 15th at Knoxville, and then November 16th, our third veterans only event. So again, for more on that, make sure you check out c2cro.com. We've got our poster on the home screen. So we're going to pause here. We're going to step aside one more time. When we come back, we will be set to go for action at Limaland Motorsports Park for the Renegades. So stay with us right here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
We are back, everyone, on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're now just about time to get things going here with the Coast to Coast Racing League Renegades, brought to you by the friends at Dillon Westbrook Racing. So now you're probably wondering why we got the bars open and stuff like that. By the way, Joe Halter says, love it, Marty, great touch. Anyway, figure before we get things going, I figure I'd take you for a couple laps around Lima Land. So here we are in the Coast to Coast machine. You see my crew guy, RS and Trackside, which is about to have its season finale Wednesday night at 7 on Rock Sports Network. And let's just gonna show you what a couple of laps are like. This may look a little bit odd. So I'm a guy who likes the high side here. I'll show you what this banking is like here. Just a couple of moments. But the banking is crazy. We'll show you here. Nope. That's me crashing. Do not do what I just did at home, okay? Do not do what I just did. Okay? Let's do one more thing. Let's show you what the low groove looks like. By the way, this is all on test drive, so I'm not crashing into these guys on the track, and I'm the only dude out here that's actually running laps, technically. Remember Brendan Lacey was using that low groove. That's what it looks like from the cockpit. And this is not with a special setup or anything like that. This is just the basic setup. Now you gotta be careful as well because of the rubber underneath. If you decide to speed up on this rubber, look how slick it is. You've got no traction at all. The rubber is gray and just makes your car go faster. And we're gonna put in the pits here, and we missed pit entry. Those are a couple laps around Lima Land. We're into these weirdos here. I think that's Rory Collins' crew. I don't know. Get out of town with that fun stuff. Let's get set to go for tonight. That is what we are all here to watch. The Renegades brought to you by Dylan Westbrook Racing. Well, we had some crazy racing last week at Lanier Raceplex, and it was just absolutely incredible to watch. Lane Snook, Kyle Moonen going at it, and then Steven Goldner decides to be the Ron Bouchard of Lanier and take it all the way to the inside, while those two guys are trading slide jobs, and they don't see him coming, and Steven Goldner takes the win, and then you hear me voice crack for no apparent reason. Anyway, that was probably the best finish we've had all season long, and maybe the best finish in Coast to Coast Racing League history. But who knows? Let's get right to the standings, brought to you by our friends at iRacing League Manager. So it's Blake Chapman that leads by just under 80 points on Aiden Young, 583 to 508. Patrick Spangler is third with 486. Fourth is Stephen Fernberg with 483. Fifth is John Short with 471. Sixth is John Hine with 443. Seventh is Jeff Barker with 390 points. Eighth is Terry Landis with 378 points. Ninth is Bob D. Good with 343. And 10th is Trent Verstraeten with 337 points. So those are how the points look like coming on in. Continuing on here while we are at it, let's see if we can bring this up and see if our good friends at the Coast to Coast Racing League updated it or not. Let's tell you about the schedule, meanwhile, while we're at it the rest of the week on the broadcast. Wednesday night at Eldora for Welcome Home Heroes. It is Veterans Night, PTSD Awareness Night. We'll have the Fixed 305s, Fixed 360s, and another Fixed 360 event. And then going back over here, looking at our documents, let's see here. We do not have a driver of the week for this week, brought to you by the Coast to Coast Speed Shop, where iRacing meets real racing. There's much to see, so check out all the neat apparel and gifts of Coast to Coast Racing League and our partners. Go to c2crl.com for more information. Currently on the entry list, 21 drivers are set out of 24. So, ladies and gentlemen, I provide good news. We will have 3 heats tonight. If we have a 4th and 5th heat, our heats are brought to, we have a bunch of fine partners for that. Gambler Motorsports for Heat 4, an esports racing team that competes weekly across the iRacing platform. They have drivers entered in dirt races, sports cars, asphalt, oval, and even endurance races. Go to Gambler Motorsports on Facebook and follow them. And also Heat 5 brought to you by the Can-Am Racing Team, featuring drivers from coast to coast in the U.S. and Canada, and are pleased to be a part of the Coast to Coast Racing League since its inception. Practice is wrapped up. Time for qualifying, brought to you by the friends of the Pitside Podcast. It's Brennan Lacey, 10.91, same with Lane Snook. We are going to have a lot of fun in qualifying right now. First one out on the track is Steven Fernberg in the number 29 machine. First lap underway for Steven Fernberg in the number 29. Fernberg coming in 4th in the points with 483. Here he comes off turn 4. A lot of laps are about to be ticking off here. Let's watch Brendan Lacey closely. Steven Goldner with a quick time of a 10.878. Lacey answers back, 10.836. Off of turn 4 for Lacey. Is he faster? He's not. 10.836 is his time. Donovan Ross across the line. And 10.998 does not improve. Welcome back, Donovan. Here's John Hine, the 71. He's done 5th quick, 11.11.1. Steven Spees, the number 55, putting his 2nd lap right now, currently 9th quick at an 11.215. Spees part-time this season across the stripe. Improves, he's 10th quickest. Let's go to Randy Shreves in the 56. He's across the line. 10.87 does not improve, 10.871. Blake Chapman at an 11.014 cannot improve. Preston Cranmer, the LA Outlaw, is 4th quick. 10, 9, 7, 7. See if he improves off of turn number 4. He cannot. Lane Snook is 5th on the charts. And I think we've got our qualifying officially set. Yes, we do. Wait, Nathan Aldrich just entered in. I'm going to check to make sure, just to confirm. Nathan Aldrich can qualify if he wants to. Another guy that's in, Chad Cote, cannot. And that should do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a quick time of 10.836, may have been a lot better than how he did in the B division. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the 414, Brennan Lacey. So we are just about set to go here. 20 drivers there. You see all their times. We are set for heat race number 1. The first heat race is always brought to you by our friends of the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. Celebrating over 30 years of exciting 360 sprint car action in the northeastern United States and Canada, stars like Paulie Colagiovanni, Jason Barney, Chuck Habing, Matt Tanner, Billy Van Imogen, and many more come to a dirt track near you. For more info, log on to the EmpireSupersprints.com website or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages. Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, with a tradition of excitement guaranteed. Live on. So Brennan Lacey with a quick time starting in 4th position in the heat. Let's give you the rest of the lineup. Row 1, Kyle Moonen and Blake Chapman. Row 2, Preston Cranmer and Brennan Lacey. Row 3, Patrick Spangler and Terry Landis. And row 4, Barry Goldner and Nathan Aldrich. So that is how they line up for heat race number 1. 8 drivers. We'll have 3 heat races tonight from the looks of it. Each heat race is 8 laps. We've already inverted the top 4. The top 4 from this heat will transfer directly into the feature tonight. The winner of heat 1, again, will start from pole position. One lap to green flag racing. This is a stacked heat. You've got Kyle Moonen, who finished 2nd last week. Points leader, Blake Chapman. You've got Brennan Lacey, who just won the B division. Patrick Spangler. A lot of drivers here. Half of them go in, the other half to the B main. We are green at Limaland. Good start for Kyle Mooney. He immediately clears off of turn number 4, looking to put lap 1 on the books. Blake Chapman 2nd. Preston Cranmer is 3rd. They are side by side off of turn 2, and they nearly touch for a moment. And look at Brendan Lacey up on the lightning lane, looking to get a lot of speed off of turn 4. He cannot just yet. Up on the cushion. That battle for second continues. Blake Chapman and Preston Cranmer have been side by side for 2 laps. Here comes Brennan. He's got his shoes all laced up, and they have been untied. Brennan Lacey to the B main tonight, but you know it without question. The man that got a quick time has a fast 360 car tonight. 3 laps to go in heat race number 1. The winner starts from pole position. Final guy currently in is Patrick Spangler. Terry Landis is the first man out. Blake Chapman just set quick time in this heat at 11.07, matching Kyle Moonen in the hundreds, but in the thousands, Chapman is quicker. White flag is out, 1 to go for Kyle Moonen. Looking to start on pole position tonight. He's through 3 and 4. Blake Chapman has nothing. Kyle Moonen takes heat race number 1. Heat 1 in the books. Heat race number 2 brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, the Northeast Premier Series, showcasing the big block modified premier drivers. From Florida to Canada, the Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting dirt tracks in front of the biggest crowds. In the words of Shane Andrews, it's the ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. They're the Super Dirt Car Series big block modifieds. Lined up for heat race number 2, it's Aiden Young and Steven Fernberg in row 1. Then Lane Snook, watch him closely. Randy Shreves next to him, that's row 2. Nicholas Schell and Jeff Barker in row 3. Trent Verstraeten starts from P7. Aiden Young, second in points. Steven Fernberg, fourth in points. You watched his first lap in qualifying earlier today. Lane Snook going to be hot to watch out for. Nicholas Schell, remember he had the hard charger and then spun out earlier on. But we're set to go. Here we go. Fernberg immediately clears up to the top of the banking. Aiden Young still stuck down low. Here comes Randy Shreves, already up a spot. Looking for up 2 spots. 3 wide at the line. Contact between Shreves and Young. Aiden Young, remember the low line is how he won at Lernerville earlier this season. A big slide coming from Steven Fernberg, and it cost him the race lead. 3 wide for second for a moment. That was Jeff Barker trying to look all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Lane Snook up on the lightning lane. Fernberg in the wall as they battle for second. Winner starts in second tonight. Lane Snook with a wheelie after he catches the white. And he's up to third. Fernberg back and forth, definitely in the opening 2 laps. This is an awesome battle here at Limaland, a clean one. Snook outside from Shreves. He slams the door right in his face. But he can't there. Snook robs Shreves for second spot. And he is coming. And I mean coming. 11 even. Can he hit a 10-second lap time is the question. 2 to go. He is all over Aiden Young. Remember how Lane Snook won his heat last week. Low line pass. There's the slider. Aiden Young's going to fight back with a low line pass of his own. Who's going to win this heat? It's going to be a fun one all the way to the end. Oh, they get together and somehow Aiden Young still wins it. And Lane Snook, after all of that, finishes 5th. What on earth just happened? Let us know, by the way, where you're watching from and who you're rooting for tonight and what you thought of that heat finish. My goodness, Lane Snook is just part of amazing heat finishes in the Coast2Coast Racing League. Let's see what iRacing said. The iRacing results. Young, Shreves, Schell, Verstraeten. Wow. That was incredible. Heat race number 3 about to take place. Heat race number 3 is brought to you by the World of Sports podcast. Come relax and have a good time and laugh with Mike and Rod as they take a dive into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports. Enjoy guests, current events, and the hottest topics in today's sports. If you love sports just as much as us, join us and let's enjoy the world of sports. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Here's the lineup for heat race number 3. Steven Spies, John Hine in row 1, row 2. Donovan Ross and Stephen Goldner, row 3. Bob DeGood and Rory Collins, and in 7th, Chad Cote. Final heat race. Winner starts in 3rd position tonight. Here we go. We are green. Hine and Stephen Goldner are the ones to watch out for closely. Speeds immediately slides up. Look at that! Junk in turn 3. And immediately Donovan Ross goes to the lead. Chad Cote is 2nd. Rory Collins is 3rd. Bob DeGood, who had an incredible quick time last week, is in 4th. And just lost it out. Stephen Goldner immediately takes it. Let's watch the replay and see what took out the front row and fourth. A slide job from Spies, but Hine was just there. Wrong place, wrong time. Stephen Goldner, even with that damaged front wing, still putting up the quickest laps. 11.23, now in 11.05. Puts a slide job on the inside of Rory Collins and is up to third position. Crossover. Lead is 2.5 seconds and won't be able to do something about it. Donovan Ross is off of turn 2 with the second lead on Chad Cote. Ross looking to start in third position tonight as the final lap is underway. Easy win for Donovan Ross. Plays it safe on the bottom to avoid losing IL. He takes the win. Cote, Collins, and waiting for Stephen Goldner as he transfers in. Collins got by him for third position. That does it for heat action tonight. B-Main, brought to you by Chip Bangers Racing. We know 12 drivers that are in. Your top 12, the final 10, how will they line up? This is going to be a fun B-Main, that's for sure. We're going to watch this very closely. Terry Landis and Steven Fernberg in row 1. Bob DeGood, Barry Goldner, row 2. Jeff Barker, John Hine, row 3. Nathan Aldrich, Lane Snook, row 4. Steven Spies, Brennan Lacey in row number 5. A bunch of notable names in this B-Main. Perhaps the notable ones, Fernberg 4th in the standings coming in. Hine 6th in the standings. Jeff Barker 7th in points. Landis 8th in points. DeGood 9th in points. Lane Snook, who won a race earlier on this season. Brennan Lacey, who just won last week and who won, an hour ago and had the quick time for the Renegades tonight. Looking to go 2 for 3 in action. This may be one of the most exciting B-Mains we have seen. Winner starts in the 13th position tonight, and so on. We're green. Landis with the early jump, trying to slide up on Steven Fernberg. No issue there that time. Leads by a car length and a half. Meanwhile, drivers making moves from John Hine to Lane Snook to Brennan Lacey. Immediately carving their way through the field instantly. Snook is up to 50. Good is out of it early. John Hine testing the bottom groove. He gets turned. Made contact with Barry Goldner, puts him to the back. Steven Spies in the wall off of turn 2. Losing some time there. Look at Lane Snook through the pack. Brennan Lacey and Lane Snook bobbing and weaving, and there goes Snook. To the rear of the feature tonight. He is currently in 8th. Brennan Lacey in 3rd. He's got 6 to go, coming to 5 this time. There's Landis. It's a 1.7 second deficit. And Lacey just set the quickest lap of the race, 11:33. To an 11:35 by the leader. Goldner and Barker going to work for 4th position. Barry's got the advantage there. What can Brennan Lacey do all the way up on the outside? Oh, he's diving it deep on the low groove. Nearly into the Tory tires, and he's closed in on Fernberg well for 2nd. So right now for Lacey, he would start in position number 15. Wants to get a groove higher and especially have the high side when we take the green flag tonight. Has 3rd at the stripe and now has 2nd on Fernberg. He definitely closed the gap down well, but will have to manage for 14th as Landis wins the B-Main. And Lane Snook will have a long way to fight through tonight, as he'll start from 19th, one of the fastest guys in the field. Warm-up about to take place. Here's our final break of the evening, and when we come back, it is feature time in the Renegades. Stay with us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Final warm-ups are taking place here at Limaland. Brendan Lacey the quickest and an 11.24. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Coolray, the Coast to Coast Racing League, and all the fine drivers, admins, and partners, we thank you for choosing to spend your Monday night with us. It is now time to meet the field of 22 ready to take action tonight here at Limaland. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup. On the front row, Kyle Moonen and Aiden Young. Row 2, Donovan Ross and Blake Chapman, your first three are heat winners tonight. Row 3 is Randy Shreves and Chad Cote. The fourth row, Preston Cranmer and Nicholas Shell. Rounding out the top 10 is Rory Collins and Patrick Spangler. Row number 6 is Trent Verstraeten and Stephen Goldner, last week's winner, one of the best. Row number 7, Terry Landis and Brendan Lacey, your B Division winner earlier tonight. Row 8, Stephen Fernberg and Barry Goldner. Row 9, Jeff Barker and Nathan Aldrich. Row 10, Lane Snook and Steven Spees. Row 11, Bob DeGood and John Hine. And making it in at the last second, we've got a 23-car field for tonight, John Short in car number 51. A lot of notable winners at the front of the field. A lot of notable winners in the back of the field. This is going to be an action-packed feature tonight for the Coast to Coast Racing League Renegades. One lap to the green flag. Kyle Moonen and Aiden Young, the front row, as they come off of turn number 2. We say, race fans, strap in and hold on tight. because these men are about to turn them loose and drop the sledgehammer. Dylan Westbrook, let a roar here at Lima Land. Yellow is out. First yellow of the evening. You've got Trent Verstraeten involved, Lane Snook, Nathan Aldrich, and Bob DeGood. Caution laps will count. As the yellow flag came out on lap number 1, let's watch the start. Entering turns 1 and 2. Oh, Verstraeten just got into Rory Collins after Collins just got into the Uke tire there. Let's watch Lane Snook's onboard and see what he saw. Remember, he's in the back, and this provides a lot of problems for drivers. See it right there. Oh, man. The route cut off there at just a moment. And he made a move up to the outside at the right time. Verstraeten immediately done for the evening. We'll go back to the starting lineup this time, but in single file formation in the Icon Sim Sports restart zone. Moonen gets away early on Aiden Young, but you got to give credit to Donovan Ross on that start. He was about to take first on lap number 1, and he's still trying to take first. This time on lap number 5, he's got second. And he's got a chance at Moonen for the race lead. Can't clear him yet, but they are wing to wing. Off of turn 4, Moonen still with the edge by just about a car length. Drivers trying the low, drivers trying the high, all around the 3/10 mile, quarter mile of throw. And Moonen still continues to lead. On the exit, it's Ross with the edge. But this time he almost had him cleared off of turn 4. Can he get him this time at the line? Yes! He did from my end, as we've got a slide up back there. Here comes Preston Cranmer to second. We're 3 wide at turn 4 for just a split moment. I think that was Blake Chapman in the 20. So we're back to yellow, but we've got a new leader, and that is Donovan Ross. The yellow is out as Nicholas Schell has crashed in the 512. Let's watch what happened as Patrick Spangler in front of him. Ooh, Landis got the tire there, and there goes Landis, both of them up on their sides. Ooh, another driver involved. Oh, that's still Landis. It's Rob Lane. There you see Schell trying to get that back on all fours, but just could not. So Ross, again, has found something on that low groove to take the lead, and the same goes for the Ayla Outlaw, Preston Cranmer, in the number 07. Coming to the Icon Sim Sports restart zone once again. Let's see if they've got anything for Donovan Ross in the number 5. Back to green. 30-lap feature here tonight. Oh, Ross got the wall. Ross clips the wall, but he keeps the race lead. Here comes Cranmer underneath on Moonen for P2. Can't get it to work. Highlights just prevailing by a skosh. Cranmer may have something for a second. He's up to Ross for the lead. Ross was on the outside. Who's getting him at the stripe? It's Donovan. But Preston's got something. Guess who else has something? Don't look. The 30 of Steven Golder is here. It's Stevie time off of 4. Not yet. Preston Cranmer leads. The Ayla Outlaw out to the point here. Crossover from Donovan Ross. He wants to lead back. They touch. Ross shoves his way out to the front. Here comes Steven Goldner in that number 30. There are just incredible grooves all around this racetrack. Goldner rear ends it, entering turn number 3, and he's got P2. He cuts it, hits the Tory tire. Loses just a little bit of time. Moonen wants third on Preston Cranmer. Racing continues to be extraordinary as we're 12 laps in the books. There's some contact. That's Cranmer I think it was up on Blake Chapman. Oh, there they go. That was Lane Snook who just turned. Oh, big wreck here. Aiden Young, that's the 11 of Chad Cote. Third yellow of the race. Lane Snook, I tell ya, was arriving at the right time. First car that went around was Randy Shreves in the 56. Lane Snook to the inside. This was for 6th. And they just simply touch. That's just a racing deal. Aiden Young in a net code situation. That's a tough break for Shreves. He had a great car today. So Lane Snook from the 19th starting position has made his way up to 6th. Don't count him out. Be just about halfway in the books when we come back to green, and Donovan Ross is your race leader as we enter the Icon Sim Sports restart zone. Green lights are on. This time he goes to the high side to defend, but they not be a good idea because here comes Steven Goldner and that number 30. Can't get it done just yet. Moonin all the way up on the outside. Preston Cranmer is 4th. Blake Chapman is 5th, but look at Lane Snook go to the inside of your points leader for P5. We got some cars on the wall, and we're under yellow. Upside down, John Short, who made it on last second. This is going to be weird. iRacing physics just saved John Short's life. Because that wing just had a glitch. Let's watch the replay here. Steven Spees gets the wall. His contact with John Short. Oh my heavens! What a ride for John Short for sure. So Short somehow gets that car back going. Running in 20th position. We are past the halfway mark. Donovan Ross continues to lead. Best finish in Renegades this season is a 3rd place finish. And he has yet to win this fall. Imagine if he can win at the top spot in sprint car race in the Coast2Coast Racing League. We're back to green. Cross flags went up, 15 down, 15 to go. Steven Goldner still all over, challenging. He's all the way down to the bottom, right next to the tires. You can't even see anything right next to it. We heard another contact about mid-pack. Someone may have scraped the wall. Let's go behind the top 2. Kyle Moonin and Preston Cranmer in a war for P3 at the moment. Near contact. Moonin clears Cranmer for just a split second. Blake Chapman now enters this battle. Look at him up on the lightning lane. Nearly 3 wide off of 2. Look at the amount of ground he just picked up. Trying to close in on Moonin and get that 3rd spot. He's got to deal with Cranmer first for 4th position. 10 laps to go at Lima Land Motorsports Park. The leader is approaching lap traffic. Bob DeGood is victim number 1. Moonin now trying the outside on his own as Goldner got loose off of turn 4. Looking for 2nd, Blake Chapman bicycling up on the cushion in 2. Here comes Lane Snook as well in that 23. Slide job attempt from Preston Cranmer does not work out well. Here we go for 2nd. Moonin up on the outside of Steven Goldner. He's got it. Now it looks like the low lane may have lost out big time as Donovan Ross, the race leader, has gone up to the top shelf. With 7 to go, this will be interesting. Working on Bob DeGood. DeGood goes to the bottom to let the leader go by. And same with Terry Landis. Moonin still closing in. Lane Snook has crashed. He's fallen back. Oh! He went in the wall when no yellow comes out again. Lane Snook's night comes to an end. Moonin 2nd. Steven Goldner 3rd. Blake Chapman is 4th. Preston Cranmer is running 5th. Great run from Cranmer so far tonight. 4 laps to go for Donovan Ross, and it would be the biggest win in his coast-to-coast career. That track is extremely slick for right now, but Moonen, he is a beast on the slick tracks. He's closing in just about a 10th. 0.4 of a second is the gap between first and second. 2 laps to go. Renegades, always known for exciting finishes right to the wire end. Is it gonna happen again tonight? Donovan Ross, Kyle Moonen. White flag is out. Donovan Ross runs out. Donovan Ross is out of gas. And Kyle Moonen is a turn away from victory. He wins his second race of the season at Limaland. Are you kidding me? Kyle Moonen wins after Donovan Ross falls a lap short. Stephen Gollner second, Blake Chapman is third. This is actually correction. Moonen's first win in the Renegades this year after 2 second-place finishes. Wow. The Renegades just never disappoint. So your top 3 in. You hate that for Donovan Ross. About to get an incredible win. And it does not happen. That's unfortunate. So again, before we go and talk with your top 3, we definitely appreciate you all coming out tonight. A lot of drivers with a bunch of tough breaks tonight. Let's see. We've got Blake Chapman. Blake Chapman with a 3rd place finish and continues his points lead. Blake, that was a fun race.
Yeah, it was a really tough race, Marty. I'll tell you that. It was just super slick, and on a short track like this, it can really take the car coming out of the corners. It can take it sideways, and it's an easy track to make mistakes on. And my goal always when I come here is just stay out of trouble, and I was able to do that tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You did that for sure. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
First, I got to thank parents, grandparents, everybody that watches these broadcasts. I got to thank my team, Wide Open Motorsports, and BB7 Setups, Giddings Mobile Repair, and Stevenson Family Performance. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Marty.
Well, we will let you go, Blake. Nice run tonight.
Thank you.
So Blake Chapman finishing in the 3rd place. Let's talk with our 2nd place finisher, Stephen Gollner. Stephen, you were doing really well, making your way up early on from 12th to 2nd. But once that low groove came out, is that what ultimately cost you a chance at the win?
Yeah, I mean, Debo was pretty quick. I think it ran out of fuel there with 1 or 2 to go or whatever it was. But he definitely had the car beat. We were really good early. It just kind of, the car faded there at the end, which, you know, it's not something typically that happens with me. But we'll go back to the shop and work on it.
So you're continuing your success in the Renegades after you made your return, that's for sure. Positives, though, you take away from the night? Obviously, it was a fun race overall.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had a tough heat race. I think tough deal there will kind of put us towards the back. But, you know, it was a good race. A lot of fun. Track got pretty slick, which I'm kind of happy with the latest build there. It's getting a lot more slicker, which is, you know, better for me and better for the racing, in my opinion. So that's pretty cool. And, yeah, we'll go on the next week.
Barry's still turning around laps for the heck of it. Just want to let you know that. Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
I got to thank all the Vanderbilt guys, Wegman Brothers, Bio.com, Velocity Race Designs, ABR Setup Shops, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Fits Perfect Photography, Dylan Westbrook Racing for being the division sponsor, you guys for the broadcast, and Roger for everyone who is involved with the league.
All right, we'll let you go. Nice run tonight, Stephen.
Thank you.
Stephen Gollner with a 2nd place finish. And it is time now to go to Cool Ray Victory Lane, and we're going to talk about talk with, again, the word of the day has been stunned this past week, and I guess we are stunned once again. Kyle Moonen, no second place. You get the win, but I know at the same time you have to feel bad for Donovan.
Yeah, that sucks. I got kind of lucky there. I was running them down, then I kept getting excited and hitting the wall and screwing up, and I didn't think I was gonna get him there. And at first I thought he just hit the wall and slowed way down. Then I saw him dropping back, so he kind of figured he ran out of fuel there.
Yeah, but you had a fast car, especially on the high groove. Once that low line started giving out, you were really fast up on that banking.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was hoping for when I ran that. I knew Goldner and Lane and Brennan would be quick on the bottom at first, but I was kind of hoping last time we ran here it went away too, so I was kind of hoping the same thing would happen.
Definitely, that's for sure. Next week, I believe we've got the week off for the charity event. So then we've got coming up after that is Eldora. So just your expectations on that.
I like Eldora quite a bit, so we'll be there and see what we can do. So.
Are you planning on Knoxville this next week for the charity event?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. I think most of us will be there. I'm not sure if everyone's gonna run it or not, but Goldner, Lane, and I think Brendan's running it. Brandon talked about it. I'm not sure about Jesse and Fitz, but yep, you'll definitely see some of us there.
That's good to hear. Who do you want to give shout outs to tonight?
Just all the guys at Bandy Built and Ross Corinna at Velocity Race Designs and Alex at ABR Setup Shop. So, and you guys for the broadcast and everyone for the league.
All right. Kyle, we'll let you go. Congrats on the win tonight, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
So Kyle Moonen takes home the win tonight. We should also mention as well, A&J Custom Creations Hard Charger started from 20th to 5th. That was Steven Spees after a tough start for him. Makes his way up to the 5th position. Nice run for the driver of the number 5. Also credit to our last place starter, our second to last place starter, John Hine. Started in 22nd, finished in the 8th position. Hang on. I may have my math wrong. I do have my math right. 22nd to 8th. Impressive run there. So let's give you your final results from tonight. An incredible race as well. Moonen takes the win. Stephen Goldner 2nd. Blake Chapman 3rd. Preston Cranmer 4th. Stephen Spees 5th. Brennan Lacey 6th. Nathan Aldrich 7th. John Hine was 8th. Aiden Young 9th. And Stephen Fernberg is 10th. And that guy in 17th, Donovan Ross, had the win, but falls out of runs out of fuel coming to the white flag. That's just something you hate to see. It's a sharp pain in the abdomen. It's like a knife right to the gut. I've experienced it before in iRacing as well. So yeah, let's show you 19 through 22 as well. Lane Snook had crashed, but the yellow did not come out. I don't think Race Control really saw that either, so no action was taken there. And that will do it for us tonight. And again, we'll be off next week for the charity event, for the Knoxville Nationals charity event, for our disabled American veterans and Canadian veterans. So that should be a fun one. Knoxville Nationals. I'll be broadcasting on Saturday through Monday, so the qualifiers plus Hard Knocks. And then on Tuesday, I'm not sure who's got the Knoxville Nationals, but stay tuned to the Coast2Coast Racing League Facebook page and as well for you drivers out there on the driver lounge for more info on that. And in 2 weeks, we're at the Eldora Speedway, the Big E. That is always a fun race every year. I know it was a fun one last season in the summer. So that will do it for our coverage tonight of Coast2Coast Racing League action. And a big shout out as well to all of our fine sponsors. Without them, this league is not even possible. Big shout out to Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, Dylan Westbrook Racing, Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding, Cool Ray, the World of Sports podcast, Icon Sim Sports, A&J Custom Creations, Super Dirt Car Series, Gambler Motorsports, Chip Bangers Racing, SBGC 3D Printing. Let's see here. Roto Sports Podcast, we've already got. Can-Am Racing Team. Also, Coast to Coast Racing Network and the Coast to Coast Speed Shop. And all of our fine admins and drivers, including Preston Cranmer and Roger Craig. Also, shout out to iRacing League Manager and Pitside Podcast for what they do. Marty Sakala sign off for tonight. Our winners tonight, Sean Bowers, Brennan Lacey, and Kyle Moonen. Thank you all for joining us tonight. So long, everyone.